5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's boarded up house party with Jack, Corey, Bleedy Death. We are now officially a part of the We Live Radio team. Regina, how's it going over there in the lighthouse? I gotta tell you, we're down here in sunny Miami, Florida, on the 17th floor, right in my high-rise condo.
Jack, welcome to the We Live family. I love that we have a show out in Miami now, boarded up house party. It's so awesome.
I love it. I love it here in Miami. I love it, the Cuban district. We love salsa. We love lemon meringue. I'm a bigger guy, so you know I like the food.
Yes, I'll take another shot if you don't mind at all.
Dr. Ricci, is that you? What's Miami?
Well, hello there, Gina. Yes. I have decided I am better suited for radio. I've gotten a contract out here in Miami, Florida. So I abandoned the laboratory in Seattle. I believe I handed everything over, the keys and everything to Garth. I'm sure he's doing a good job finding a solution in this serum and whatnot. So, yes, I'm excited to announce October 13th, I will begin my new radio show. I've got a great contract. It's a great deal. It's called The Love Experiment with Dr. Ricci. So, yes, I'm just here drinking tequila and whatnot and what have you, and I'm very excited. Yes. Very excited for the entire experience.
It's going to be a great party. We're going to have a blast. I hope everything's great over there in the lighthouse. And what? Whoa, wait, but who's this?
Oh, hold on. Don't mind that. That's just Joe. Hang on.
Joe Deez? Oh, I thought we got rid of him.
Hey, Gina. Hey, I just got you on the shortwave radio. Wanted to see how things are going out there. I assume it's as bad without me as I'm having without you, huh? I bet.
Hey, Joe. Oh, no. Just as boring as you. Nothing fun happening here.
But yeah, no. So I'm here with Doug, the artificial radio bot that used to run the station until I came here. So I guess he got demoted to engineer, and so he hates me. He's very passive aggressive.
That's so.
Try to cue up songs, and then he changes it on me. So he likes to control, and there's no human resources, so there's nothing I can do with that.
Man, that stinks.
Reginald, the scarecrow, out the window. He doesn't like to get involved in anything. But yeah, so sometimes I play songs. I don't know. Sometimes it's usually it's 8 tracks, so I don't have a lot of option here. Sometimes I talk to guests, but they're sending me out on remotes here shortly, so I'm back down to the bottom rung. I need an intern. It'd really be nice to have an intern. Banderson is supposed to meet up with me after he gets back from the Mothman Festival, so I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'd really like to know what he wants.
What a downer. Let me go ahead and pull the plug on this. Your time's up, Deez.
But yeah, so it's pretty awful. But I will tell you one thing.
On with Boarded Up House Party with Jack, Corey, Bleedy Death.
Braves 98.6 KZ Zombie Z-Head Radio.
It's 5 a.m. We've been out partying with our friends again, taking shots of rum, tequila, whiskey, vodka, and gin. Flashing lights all around, see the trails they spin. As we filled our cups, dancing the night away, never stop till the sun comes up. Feeling like this feeling lasts forever. We filled our lungs, but now it's time for the clothes to come undone. When we slow it down, we realize that we don't need no one else around. Laying here with you, just vibing to the burning sound of our heartbeats intertwined. We don't touch the ground. even after the other crowd is gone. Cause they don't know that when we're alone, we're in the zone. No interruption, so we both turn off our phones. With your hand in mine, shut off all the clocks, no ticks and talks. Cause baby time, you know it stops when I get lost inside those hazel eyes. You're a neat boy on my paradise. When we slow it down, we realize that we don't need no one else around. Laying here with you, just vibing to a golden sound of our heartbeats intertwined. We don't touch that ground.
Down, make it smooth, soft serve. I got the ice cream and cool up, you got the right curves. It's been a crazy week, been to hell and back. But you saying you wanna dance and I'm feeling that. The Long Island's at the bar got us feeling right. So we took a couple shots of the kamikaze. At the house party, loving how the snake bites. And me too, cause I love the way you move your body. It's 2 a.m. and the party's still jumping. It's 3 a.m. and the bass still thumping. It's 4 a.m. and we out here trumping. Buying everything at IHOP like it ain't nothing. Baby girl, you're the one that hold me down. Grab the cans of red paint, then we hit the town. But when it's me and you, we don't have to make a sound. Cause we done reached our time where we gonna slow it down.
When we slow it down, we realize that we don't need no one else around. Laying here with you, just vibing to the golden sound of our heartbeats intertwined. We don't touch that ground. When we slow it down, we realize that we don't need no one else around. Laying here with you, just vibing to the golden sound of our heartbeats intertwined. We don't touch that ground. Yeah, no.
I like the way you slow it down. I like the way you slow it down.
This is a test. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official information, news, or instructions.
Make sure you visit the We Live tab at jodeez.com to learn more about all our great artists here on the We Live Zombie Carnival. It is 6 a.m. This is We Live, Life After Reanimation. And boy, it is calm around here these days. You don't notice how much space you have when you're sharing it with somebody else. It's super exciting to kind of get back to my roots and really get back into the self-care. Looking around, the lighthouse is a little messy, but I see my box of old mugs from when I originally started the show. You can get a mug if you like at jodeez.com on the We Live tab. Check out all of our other awesome merch too. There's a pamphlet here. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. That's weird. Feeling a little bad for Joe out there all on his own again. Kind of want to understand a little bit better what he's going through, you know? I got a friend, Scott Baker. He used to be with the CIA, and he's an author now, so let's give him a call. Scott Baker, where are you right now?
I am sitting in my basement, surrounded by 3 pets that are demanding attention, right outside of Salem, New Hampshire.
Salem, New Hampshire. So the witch trials, right?
No, Salem, New Hampshire, which is on the border.
Oh, okay.
But I did go to college and worked in Salem, Mass.
Okay.
So I got a good history of the witch trials under my belt.
Oh, so you're a pro now. So how's the apocalypse treating you guys in New Hampshire?
Oh, it's great. Everybody up here's got guns, so we're cleaning out the area. Plenty of food. There's a lot of livestock, so we got plenty of meat.
Yeah, we've heard some like strange animal occurrences. Like Florida's got a lot of alligator issues, like very aggressive alligators. Do you guys have any extra aggressive animals up that way?
Seagulls.
I guess that could be pretty disruptive.
I mean, they don't come in now and beg for food. Like you'll be sitting there and they'll come in and take the food right out of your hand. We've run into some bears, some deers. There's a couple of wildcats around here, but
geez, well, stay
and then there's the squirrels that come up and beg all the time.
So there's a whole nature wonderland up there. Now, for some of our listeners that aren't aware, you're also an award-winning supernatural fiction writer, and you, like I said, you are a 23-year veteran of the CIA. Tell us a little bit about choosing that transition from, CIA reports analyst to, supernatural monster fiction.
It wasn't really a transition. I started writing. I worked for the agency from 1990 to 2013. And in 2003, I began writing my first horror novels and short stories. And a lot of the things I learned, a lot of the places I visited made their ways into the short stories and into the novels. And then when I retired in 2013, it was like, well, I've got a pension. I love writing. Might as well keep it going.
Heck yeah. Well, I tell you what, I was going to say is one of the parts that I like is how descriptive the locations are, and like just the kind of, you've set a really nice scene. And it's definitely very in depth, which is super cool. What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm going to be publishing October the 13th, which is a Friday, which is very appropriate.
Oh, Friday the 13th.
I'm doing my third The Chronicles of Paul book, The Road to Nowhere. That's my second zombie series. And this afternoon, I started writing Nurse Alyssa versus the Zombies 10, which will be the last book in the first zombie series.
All right. So what can we expect from that series? Finale? Ending? I'm not sure what they call it in writing.
It will be the final book. And anybody who's read my books knows I love killing off characters right and left.
Okay.
Being that fact that this is the last book, you can expect pretty much it's going to be a gore fest.
Okay. All right. So
now the funny thing is, I have gotten emails and direct messages on Facebook from people. They don't care if I kill off all the main characters. They don't even care if I kill off Nurse Alyssa, but her cat Archer. Anything happens to Archer, they swore that they were going to string me up.
They will riot.
Yes. So Archer will live, but I'm not going to make any predictions about anyone else.
Okay. Well, we know the cat lives, and we're very fond of cats here too. We have our own couple of cats around the lighthouse. Now, I read that your book Yeti So was an homage to like 50s monster movies. Tell me a little bit more about like your relationship that you had with monster movies.
I was your typical monster kid from the 1990s. I read Famous Monsters of Filmland. I read Eerie, Creepy. I watched Creature Double Feature on a Saturday morning. I got all the Aurora models. My mother didn't mind as long as I was reading. my mother didn't care. So she'd go out and buy me any type of horror book. She actually got me introduced on modern horror by giving me Graham Masterton's book, The Manitou.
Okay.
And if you've ever read that, and here I am, I'm going from like H.G. Wells and Jules Verne to, ancient Indian medicine men being born on a woman's back and an elevator full of policemen being slaughtered into nothing but blood and chum.
Oh my God.
It was like, oh, okay, I like this a little better.
Oh my gosh. Now, a lot of the shows and stuff from that kind of day and age, they had a lot of like the horror hosts,
Oh my God,
Vampira,
yes.
all that. Do you have a favorite horror host? Why was that? Give me some insight on horror hosts and what makes a great one.
Channel 56 in Boston, which is where I was from, used to have, I think his real name was the Son of Ghoul. The show originated in Chicago, but they aired it Saturday nights in Boston. And oh my God, it was such childish humor. He'd like every week he'd come in on a different thing. They'd push him in on a shopping cart, or he'd come in on a bouncy ball. Well, I love the one where he was on roller skates with a fire extinguisher. And it was just bad humor, bad jokes all the way through. I'm 10 years old at the time. To me, this was like my idol.
Oh my God.
And even today, I love it. I am a devoted fan of Svengoolie and Creature Features.
Creature Features. Okay. Love it, man. That's awesome. Now I'm going to switch gears on you, going back to the CIA side. Are UFOs real? You can tell me it's a zombie apocalypse. Nobody cares anymore.
Okay, if what was real?
UFOs, are they real?
I never saw one.
Okay.
That doesn't mean they're not there. I always love to tease people about it. I have a cousin who is a conspiracy theorist, and he always would ask me when I'd come back up for vacations, would you tell me about them? And I'd always say, I can't, they'll kill us. And one night on a Christmas dinner, him and his friend were arguing about how the moon landings were fake. So about 10 minutes into it, I got mad at them, and said they had no clue what they were talking about. We made it to the moon because we had the technology. It was part of the deal we made in 47. We gave them asylum. They gave us the technology, which is the only reason why we did it. And the Japanese and the Chinese and the Russians and no one else did. I go walking into the kitchen, and his wife comes out a minute later and she goes, "You are such an asshole." She said, "That's all they're talking about now."
I bet they talked all the way till New Year's.
Oh, yeah.
So what was your favorite place to have been, I guess, stationed at or to work in?
Seoul, South Korea.
Oh, interesting.
It was a beautiful city. The Koreans are some of the sweetest, nicest people. And I was working against the North Korean target. And there is nobody as screwed up as the North Korean government.
Oh, my God. Yeah. From just what we know as civilians.
Yeah, I mean, oh, my God. It was fun. It was very interesting. It's eye-opening.
Oh gosh, have you ever thought about writing I know you do mainly the books, the science fiction. Do you have anything that's more in line with that work? Anything like a memoir?
Actually, a couple of months ago, I put out a book, The Deadliest Breed of Assassins.
Okay.
And it's very loosely based on what I know. The whole plot itself, an assassination attempt on Kim Jong-un, is made up, but the weapons, the assassins they use, the biological weapons, everything is possible. Everything is either currently being worked on, or in some cases it actually exists. I just took all of these sort of nightmare scenarios and put them into one book.
Oh my gosh. So now if I want to find that book, any of your works, where do I go to find that?
Scott M. Baker at Amazon.com.
All right, Scott, I really appreciate you being on. Now, also, too, if I wanted to, connect with you on social media, are you on any of the ones that are currently up?
I'm on a lot of them. I'm on Instagram. I got a YouTube channel, but the best place to get me is my Facebook page.
Okay.
Because this is where I do everything. This is where I make all the announcements. It's Scott Baker's realm of zombies, monsters, and paranormal.
Scott Baker's realm of zombies, monsters, and paranormal. Well, I will be liking that page.
And I warn you right now, I don't do politics, I don't do religion, but I have a very dark sense of humor.
I love it. I love it. Now it sounds like there might be a bit of commotion outside of where, I guess, your basement where you're at. Were you expecting any visitors? Do you have any book sightings coming up or anything like that?
Well, a bunch of guys were coming over. They said tonight that they wanted to talk to me about possibly going to one of the bigger conventions out in the West Coast.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't want to hold you up if you want to invite them on in. It sounds like they're pretty frantic to get in there.
All right, let me go over. Guys, you're not looking very good. You're looking very pale. Why are you looking at me that way? Why are Dog, kill him! Kill him! Oh, for God's sake! Here! Have a side copy of my book.
Oh no. Scott Baker, this is the song you died to.
Demons are taking form of aliens from outer space. What is out there looking in the midnight sky? Inhuman soul stealers, tonight might be your night to die. They're watching you when you're looking for them. An evil incarnate messiah of aliens. Don't you believe the lies of media, CIA, or FBI? Whoa! The men in black. Whoa! Suits and mafia ties. Still you want sightings again and again. Look up to the stars in search of some little green men. They're watching you when you're looking for them. An evil incarnate facade of aliens. Don't you believe the lies of media, CIA, or FBI? Whoa! The men in black. Whoa!
This is KDK-12 calling KDK-1. KDK-12 to KDK-1. Hi, this is Queen Regina at the We Live Zombie Lighthouse. I'm trying to reach radio DJ Joe Deez at the Suicide Triangle radio station. Is anybody receiving this? Over.
You're listening to Clark After Dark, broadcasting on the fringe between midnight and the marginal. Tonight, I bring you tales from that patch of America that doesn't show up on a tourist map. It stretches across remote county lines, forgotten woods, and crumbling roads, where the GPS dies and the stars go silent. Locals call it the Shadow Belt, but around here, we call it the Suicide Triangle. Why such a macabre name, you ask? Because the things that happen there don't want to be found. And for those who go looking for them, might as well start carving out their own names into a headstone. Some say it's cursed land, others say it's a doorway, but everyone agrees that if you're headed into the Suicide Triangle, you've already handed over your soul to whatever's waiting out there. So pour yourself something strong, lock the doors, and keep one eye on the woods outside your window. Because tonight, we're going deep into the forest of the Shadow Belt. This is Clark After Dark, and these are tales from the Suicide Triangle. The Dogman of Defiance, Ohio. In the northwest corner of Ohio, just outside of Toledo, and inside the realm of the Suicide Triangle, lies a town called Defiance. Sleepy and quiet, the kind of place you'd never expect anything strange, until one night in the summer of 1972. It was July 25th, around 1 a.m. Two railroad workers were switching cars at the Norfolk and Western Rail Yard on 5th Street. One of them, Ted Davis, looked down and saw something impossible. Hairy feet and long claws. He looked up, and there it was, 7 feet tall, covered in hair, holding a big stick over its shoulder, like something out of a nightmare. The creature hit Davis hard on the shoulder, then vanished into the woods, grunting, running side to side like a caveman. His partner didn't believe him, and even laughed Davis off, until a week later, at the same spot, this time at 3 a.m. Only this time, Davis and a second man, Tom Jones, both saw it. This time, the beast stood by the tracks. Same creature, massive, fanged, clawed, dressed in torn overalls, no shoes, no shirt. The monster let out an incredible scream and bolted into the trees. Just then, the two men heard someone else scream from a nearby car. They never determined the source of the blood-curdling wail. Was it the creature's victim? We will never know. An hour later, that same night, a grocer on his way to work reported being attacked by a hairy creature. He called it a werewolf. The Defiance police did not hesitate to launch a full investigation. Chief Donald Breckler said they didn't know what they were dealing with, but they were taking it seriously. They searched the woods, the yards, nothing. Then the story faded, but the reports were real. The local papers ran with it. There's proof, but to this day, no one knows what really happened those summer nights in Defiance, Ohio.
Well, that was really weird and kind of concerning. And geez, these animal mutations, I feel like it's getting out of control. We got these police gators down in Florida, and it's really odd. And I don't know what's going on. But I think I've got a friend, Amanda Goodwin, down there. And she even has a podcast that deals with animal attacks. I'm getting her on the line. Amanda Goodwin, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine now. How are things for you down in sunny Cape Coral, Florida?
Well, they're doing. I don't see much of the sun these days, but they're going.
Now the apocalypse. I mean, I've had a couple people on from down there. Are you safe? Are you in a secure area?
For the time being, I move a lot from place to place, so I just happen to have an area with good connection right here.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, I'm so excited to have you on. Now I see here, like I've listened to a couple of your things. You're the host or one of the hosts of the One Nothing podcast, and it's a true crime and also animal attack podcast, which I thought was such a cool combo because there's so many just true crime podcasts, but I thought the animal attack was like so creative and cool. So what gave you guys the idea for that, that line? So to do the true crime and the animal attacks.
Sure. Well, that's just, I've always kind of had an interest in the morbid, if you will, and crime cases are very interesting, but animal attacks have always been fascinating on a different level, because instead of trying to put yourself in the mind of a killer and wonder why they did it, you don't have that factor. Animals are driven by the same motivations as us. So it's very fascinating to see them respond to natural interactions, whether it be stumbling upon them in the wild or pets that, turn on their owners, whatever the case may be. It's always been a fascination for me that people have had these interactions with animals that don't end so positively.
I guess it makes it, how different is it to come up with, like, I guess not storyboard, but how different is it when you're doing the true crime compared to the animal attack? Like, do you take a different approach, or?
I find that it gives me a little bit more freedom to kind of paint the picture of the story. Whereas true crime, I'm really relying on facts. I'm relying on witness testimony and courtroom documents to try to build the picture of what happened. A lot of times with animal attacks, there aren't those witnesses, there aren't those video recordings. So we only get the actual facts, which is, the person succumbed to in this manner of death and this many punctures. But I can kind of paint the story how I'd like. And I do use the facts to kind of help build it, but it allows me that freedom to tell a story a little bit more differently.
Oh, that's super cool. Now, a question too, 1-0. How did you come up with that name?
It just came to me, honestly. There's not really any cool story behind it. I wanted something that was catchy, that had like 2 meanings. And I just thought of, the common phrase when you're competing with somebody and you lose, that person has 1-0, or if you win, you're 1-0 as a score. And so I just wanted to pair that with the fact that when you survive an ordeal with a serial killer or a freak accident or an animal attack, you walk away winning your life in that situation. So I kind of compiled those so that when you die, which most of our victims do, you have 1-0.
Oh my, I didn't even think about the one, like ONE 1-0. I was like, I was thinking like Willy Wonka, like you win nothing. And I was like, okay, so I got half of it. So yay, that's exciting. Now, oh my gosh, our listeners need to go and look at your podcast, because the cover art, when I saw your podcast, I just thought it was so cool. Now, and I think I like, because since it has the animal, it kind of gives you that like, hey, this podcast also does have animals in it. And I needed to get your expert opinion, because 1, you're in Florida, and 2, you have this amazing episode. I think it's episode 4. It's about Gloria Surge, and she was actually attacked by an alligator. And I know that obviously in Florida, you understand more than anybody that the alligators and other animals are kind of getting a little bit out of control, and it's kind of becoming even, you have to watch out for the zombies, and then you also have to watch out for other animals, alligators, snakes, those kind of things. So in your expert opinion, what do you think is going on?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think that I'm not really sure. I know that a lot of experts have looked into it to kind of weigh in on, like, there's an increase in just in general kind of aggressive behavior. I'm not really sure that I have an answer for it at this time, but I am noticing escalation and incidents and things of that nature that are happening.
All right. And so if I want to find everything that you're working on, what's the best place to keep track of what you guys are doing?
So we are posting to all the directories while they're still available. So, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio while that's still going. So anywhere really, just type us up and you can find us probably in any of them.
It sounds like there might be some commotion going on back behind you. It sounds like are there any animals around? It sounds like there might be some sort of a very aggressive animal.
There's something I don't know what that is.
It's almost like it's pounding with its head on the door.
Yeah, my door's actually starting to fall apart, so I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna oh my god, it just came through the door.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Maybe can you hit it with, like, do you have a chair or a stick or something that you could try and beat it back with?
Oh, I'm trying. I have, oh my gosh, all I have is this baseball bat with me. It's more angry now.
Oh gosh. Okay, so maybe if you can get it on top of something, is it so big that you can't get on top of like a chair or desk?
It's locking me into the corner as of now. I'm trying to look around to find an exit.
You gotta get out of there soon. Oh god, that didn't sound good. Did it get you? Did it bite you?
Oh, my leg.
Amanda Goodwin, this is the song you died to?
Walking down
From horror author Scott M. Baker, creator of the acclaimed Vampire Hunters trilogy, comes a gripping series set in a world overrun by the undead. A former member of the intelligence community, Baker brings authenticity and tension to every page. His latest work, the 10-book Nurse Alyssa series, follows a medical professional thrust into the heart of the zombie apocalypse. In a world where the dead walk and the living barely survive, one woman dares to fight back. Nurse Alyssa was trained to save lives. Now she's fighting to protect what's left of humanity. Nurse Alyssa isn't just battling the infected, she's leading the charge against the end of the world. Scott M. Baker's gripping Nurse Alyssa series is not just survival, it's leadership under fire, sacrifices for others, and the struggle to retain humanity in a collapsed world. With fast-paced action and vivid realism, Scott M. Baker's writing has earned him a loyal following among fans of post-apocalyptic fiction and supernatural thrillers. Explore the Nurse Alyssa series and the Vampire Hunters trilogy, available now on Amazon and wherever books are sold.
Next, I want to take you to Fort Wayne, Indiana, specifically the west central neighborhood of Wayne Street, to be exact. It sounds like any other old Midwestern road, but back in 1899, the grounds there gave up a secret it had held for generations. It was November 23rd, quiet, cold, and during excavation work along West Wayne Street, construction crews unearthed bones. Not unusual. After all, this was once Native American burial site, long before the streets and homes pushed up through the sandhills. But among the remains, they found something strange. A massive skull, too large for any man, too refined for any ape, and far too old to be explained away with a shrug and a cigarette. The Fort Wayne Daily News ran the story, and it barely made a ripple. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll find something chilling. This wasn't the only time such a skull was found in the area. The sandhill that once stood there, 15, maybe 16 feet higher than the rest of the land, was a sacred site, a place of burial, yes, but also possibly a boundary between what we are and what we used to be. Some believe that the skull belonged to a skinwalker, a shape-shifting, half-human, half something else. The high forehead, the unusual cranial shape were markers, not of size, but of transformation. Imagine a creature that could wear a man's skin like a suit, living alongside early settlers, moving through the trees, waiting, watching, and when it died, it was buried along with the people. But was it ever truly at rest? And for those who lived in Fort Wayne a long time, they'll tell you things still happen along Wayne Street. Pets go missing, lights flicker, and sometimes, when the wind is just right, you can hear something scratching at the walls beneath the basement floors where the hills used to rise. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe, just maybe, the ground remembers. And every so often, it reminds us.
I gotta figure out what's up with this place. I know they used to have all sorts of weird paranormal stuff. Like I used to watch that Erie, Indiana show. That's got to be based on some sort of reality. And they did a bunch of weird stuff during the French and Indian Wars too. So let's call up my friend Brandon Wright. He is in Peru, Indiana, and he hosts the Tinfoil Tales. He's got to have some insights. Brandon Wright, host of Tinfoil Tales. Welcome to the We Live Zombie Carnival. How are you doing, man?
Trying to hang in there. You know how it goes, and the lifespan that we live these days isn't what it used to be.
Oh, I know. Yeah, definitely. Life is definitely more compressed, but you definitely seem to be still living your best life. Tell us about your podcast. Where did you come up with such an interesting concept?
Well, to be honest, it's I've always been somebody that kind of believed in conspiracy and stuff like that, and the whole term tinfoil hat and stuff like that is where I got the concept for the name. So it's like Tinfoil Tales. It was going to be a more of a conspiracy type podcast, but then back in 2007, I had a strange encounter with something that even to this day I can't really explain.
I listened to that one. That made me, like, through the headphones, I felt creeped out.
Yeah. So that's what inspired me to start interviewing other people about their weird encounters and stuff like that as well, just because for 15 years I didn't feel like I could talk about it, and now it's like easier for me to talk to people about it. Even after I started the podcast, I never really publicly talked about what happened to me up until just recently. So it's kind of one of those things. It's like almost closure and acceptance, I guess. I still am a skeptic about a lot of stuff, so it's hard to accept the unacceptable, but here I am.
That's kind of cool. You have a cool perspective on it, being a skeptic, but having had the unexplainable experience. It's kind of, you're not also wearing the tinfoil hat.
No, there's a lot of things I wish I could wear the tinfoil hat with, but just growing up, I've always been a fan of like the X-Files and stuff like that. So I was always a skeptic that wanted to believe, I guess would be the term.
So what's the most fun thing that you like, the most fun aspect of the podcast for you?
Just hearing the experiences of a lot of people. And honestly, like last night I had an interview, and it was the first time he'd ever publicly talked about what happened to him. And it was kind of a traumatic experience. Obviously, mine wasn't really traumatic as a lot of other people have. So it's like one of those things to where if I'm helping someone, it's kind of nice to have that, I wouldn't want to call it like, I don't know, the proper term would be, I guess, feeling, I guess, that I'm helping people.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, just to feel like you are heard is pretty cool. But what's the strangest story that you've heard? Anything that you're just like, nah, man, I can't believe that one.
Again, me being a skeptic on a lot of things, there's a lot of stuff that I've went down a rabbit hole on, and it does make you question things. But there's stories that I've gotten coming out, and there's ones I've done before where people think that they're been experimented on, like mind control, far as like de-age, they get put in different clones and they work in a secret space program, and there's all sorts of out there things, and people like the average person listening to this, they're like, what the hell is that? Like, there's no way that's possible. But at the same time, it's like, who am I to tell someone they're wrong? Because
I mean, you never know, really.
Exactly. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, I mean, it could be 100% bullshit, or it could be true, and we don't know.
Now you're kind of in like a hotbed of activity out there in Indiana. What's the like most dangerous paranormal activity, being or thing or whatever, that someone visiting should be prepared for? My partner Joe's on his way out there, and I'm trying to help him get ready to take on the Hoosier experience.
Aside from the meth head zombies, there's the typical meth heads would be the other thing to worry about. If they're not zombified, then just the normal meth heads out in the corn stalking you. And then there's, as far as paranormal stuff, I guess you would have to be aware of the dogman instances that we've had around here. And that's kind of where my instance came from, my experience came from. And I know there's been some other reports too. And again, as someone that's a skeptic, I really struggle to accept that there is a walking dogman such thing even possible. But at the same time, it's like, where did all these stories come from hundreds of years ago? You've had people in Europe reporting werewolves. You've had Anubis for the ancient Egyptians. Like, there's been reports of upright walking dogmen.
People.
Yes, throughout thousands of years. And then me coming face to face with a dog just stood up and looked at me and then went back down and left. It's like, I don't believe in you. You don't exist. But I just saw you, so I still can't process that. Like, even today, 15 years later, it's like, did that really happen? I know it happened, but it can't be possible. Can't be real. But here I am.
That's crazy. So you saw a dog man, and if I recall right from the episode, and you almost hit it, or it was like kind of in the middle of the road.
Whatever was walking in the road first, I don't know if it was the same thing, because whatever was walking was a lot bigger, but we never saw a head and we didn't see arms to that thing. That's the stuff that we had to swerve to miss. And then when we came back around is when the dog was laying in the road. The dog was big, but it wasn't abnormally large. Whatever was walking had to been over 7 feet tall, and the dog was probably maybe 6 feet when it stood up and looked at me.
Now, okay, so you talked about the meth head zombies. And so how do you handle a meth head zombie? Because we don't have out here, there's not, drug zombies. So what if I want to get rid of a meth head zombie? Do I just like throw some and they head towards that, or?
As long as you have a light bulb that they can smoke out of, just throw some light bulbs out there and they'll go after them.
Is that a real thing?
I think so. I don't know. I don't do drugs. That's where my theory came from, that the Indiana zombies came from all the northern drug addicts and stuff. They were dealing with some sort of synthetic heroin and meth and turned into zombies.
That would kind of make sense though. So that's what kind of makes them different than the average zombie. That's what makes them, you can be like, that's an Indiana zombie.
If you get bit by them, usually you don't get infected because they don't have any teeth. They've already rotted out before they're zombified.
So they're docile. They're docile. Yeah. They're at least not hurtful. Well, that's good. That makes me feel better about Joe.
They're going to gum him to death, if anything.
Now, I went out that way when I was really little, and there was a place called Mr. Weenie out there. Is Mr. Weenie still open?
The last I knew, yes, it was. I'm not sure how they're handling the new lifestyle we have. I don't know what type of weenies they're selling these days, but
the one thing I noticed about you is even with the zombie apocalypse, you're pretty active, dude. If I want to listen to Tinfoil Tales, or if I want to listen to Dark Side of the Scene, what's your social media? Where can I listen to these?
Well, they're on all streaming platforms and YouTube. So if anyone has Spotify, Apple, anything like that, they can find it on there. You can just Google it. I'm sure it pops up there too. And then tinfoiltales.com will take you to the actual website, which is just the RSS page has all the episodes on there. And the same thing with Dark Side of the Scene will take you to the RSS page where all the episodes are at as well.
All right. And then hands down, your favorite episode of Tinfoil Tales. If I listen to one episode, what's the one I should listen to?
That's a tough one because I don't really listen to them. I would say the one that's gotten the most controversy would be the Flat Earth episode.
Oh, Flat Earth. Now, are you a Flat Earther or not?
I am not a Flat Earther, but there are points that they talk about that do make you question certain things. And I'm someone that's very much open to questioning everything. But as far as the Flat Earth theory, again, there's things here and there, but I don't necessarily think the Earth is flat, just because I think if it is flat, they've gotten how they keep it so hidden from everyone else. Oh, they might put up fake images and this and that, but what is the purpose of hiding the reality of, what's the big deal? Okay, Earth's flat, my life still sucks, so what's it matter?
The zombies are still here.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you guys might have some of those meth zombies or something lurking about. I don't know, do you have any light bulbs around? Maybe you could try and toss them that way, because it sounds like they're getting a little close.
No, that's probably my wife. She's been sick, so hopefully I can get her to check and make sure she's all right.
Yeah, go see if she needs anything from you. I'll wait. I don't mind.
Baby, you all right? Oh, shit. I think she just bit me.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Brandon Wright, this is the song you died to.
Her sweet sound is mine. It's a candy that binds. Gonna make her mine. I think it's her I'm trying to find. Just need another sign. Maybe I should read between the lines. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. And that sweet candy will be mine. Hey, she's sweet to the tooth. When I'm with her, I feel footloose. I take her to the moon. Our two let's together soon. Just need another sign. Maybe I should read between the lines. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. weekend it will be mine. And that weekend it will be mine.
Visit the We Live tab at jodees.com to learn more about all the great musicians here at the We Live Zombie Carnival. Sandy, where is your doppelganger? Did I leave the door open?
Broadcasting 1,000,000 watts of zombie busting power. Braves 98.6 KZ. Zombie Zhead Radio, the mega station.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ricci, world-renowned scientist and former head of the CDC. You know, with the zombie apocalypse destroying all humanity and civilization, it's important to remember the small things in life. I once dedicated my life to finding a cure for this disease. I even did some questionable things that I'm not proud of in the process. But one day, I discovered that spending all my time working on my test subject Garth in my laboratory in Seattle, I was missing out on what really mattered. Love. That's why I handed the keys over to Garth, whose flatulence I could no longer tolerate, and took my talents to Miami. Now I host The Love Experiment with me, Dr. Ricci. The Love Experiment is a late-night live call-in show where I tackle all of your relationship questions in the age of zombies. Questions like, if I don't use protection, can I become a zombie? Or, my partner caught me looking at zombie-related material. Can I gain their trust back now? We tackle it all on The Love Experiment, where nothing is taboo or off-limits. So join me this Friday, October 13th, for the first episode of The Love Experiment with me, Dr. Ricci. And stay tuned after the show for everyone's favorite weekend party show, Born and Up House Party, with Jack Corey Beating Death. See you there.